Yo, what up? It's me. It's me, the guy that played the video games. I'm here. New DKC-like indie game dropped called Windswept. I am aware. I tried to contact the developer to get a review copy, and they never got back to me. So I'm gonna have to pick that up on my own at some point, but it does look pretty cool. It looks like it has some, like, neato, like, extra advanced movement that's not in any, like, actual DKC. So I'm interested. I'm very interested. I'm playing Pac-Man World. Let's go. Yes, I am playing Pac-Man World. Because you know what? I tried playing the first Pac-Man World when Repack originally came out. And I played it for a little bit, and I was like, it's kind of whatever. But as a kid, I did play Pac-Man World 2. And with the repack of that coming out, I was like, I kind of want to play it. So I'm going to give Pac-Man World 1 another try. And then we'll stream some Pac-Man World 2 probably next time. Actually, no, not next time. Because spoilers. Or not spoilers. Announcements, I guess? Tomorrow. And I'll make a community post about this. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be streaming some Kirby Air Ride net play with me, Stelmo, Telekinestic Man, and King K. That is happening. We're doing it. It's for real, and it's going to be tomorrow. So be excited for that, everyone. They've done a lot to improve World 2. Okay, I'm interested. And it has the Sonic garbage in there, so I can do that. Hey, Corey the Hedgehog. Welcome. Glad you could catch the stream. So yeah, we'll do Pac-Man World today, and then tomorrow will be that, Kirby Air Ride. And then we'll do Pac-Man World 2 eventually, and then... I mean, Kirby Air Riders is coming. It's almost upon us. You have no idea how excited I am for Kirby Air Riders. I mean, maybe you do if you watch the stream of the demo. I can mention it in the title and get more views. That's right. Playing Pac-Man World 2, parentheses, and the Sonic DLC. That's probably what I'm going to call it, honestly. Or should I just say playing Pac-Man World 2... and then, like, in the message of the day, say, yes, I'm gonna play the stupid Sonic DLC. That might be the better approach for that one. Gotta get to Forgotten Land, then? I don't think I'm gonna have time for Forgotten Land, unfortunately. I really would like to, but I got so much shit going on. I'm still working on that Mega Man video, and that's taking forever. So I don't think I'm gonna have time to squeeze in Forgotten Land. Silk Song? Oh god, Silk Song. I still haven't started that. It's really not the longest game ever? I have no idea how long it is. I assume it's probably like 8 hours is my guess. That's just a random shot in the dark on the length of that game. 6-hour quest at best? Okay. Well, it does have the Crystal World whatever Switch 2 content also. So probably a bit longer. Silk Song is long as fuck. I know that. I know that game's like... I think Telekinestic Man told me he beat it at like 100 hours, 100%, something like that. Which is crazy. How much of the Mega Man video is done percentage-wise? It is done, up to 7. I'm partway through Mega Man 8 right now. It's coming along. I have to record the audio for the rest of Mega Man 8 and then everything else. But, you know, it's like 2/3 done, I would say. And I'm pretty happy with it so far. There's probably going to be parts in there where people get mad at me and yell about me being stupid because I talk about problems with the design of Mega Man and issues I have with it and why I find it frustrating and annoying sometimes. And people are going to whine at me and I don't care. Which Mega Man game has been my favorite out of the classics? Spoilers. but it's 11. I think 11 is the best one. Can't believe Pac-Man World was getting played before Shinobi. That's because I already had this game. I bought it, like, back when it came out, and I tried it, and I was like, eh, but I'm gonna give it another try. So, I didn't have to buy this. I'd have to buy Shinobi. Which, actually, speaking of buying things, go check out Humble Bundle right now. There is a crazy Resident Evil bundle on there. I have it, like, I haven't bought it yet, but I have, like, all the stuff in my cart. Dude, I am getting all of the Resident Evils that I don't have yet, except for 4 Remake, that's not in the bundle. But all the other ones, which is, like, 0, 8 and its DLC, 3 Remake, all of that, for $30. It's crazy. So, go check that out, Resident Evil fans. That is too good of a deal to pass on. You think 11's art style didn't win people over? I thought 11 looked very good visually. Like, what more would you want from a modern 2.5D Mega Man? That looks exactly like what that should look like, no? It's gonna be another bad reaction video. Well, I tried to make, like, my approach to, like, putting all the criticism on Mega Man very, like, reasonable, where I, like, explain, like, where I'm coming from and why I feel this way. So hopefully it'll be okay, but we'll see. Am I reviewing every single Mega Man in my video? All of, like, the mainline, you know, jump, run, shoot Mega Man games, and just the classic series, so Mega Man 1 to 11. All in one giant video. It's currently like an hour and 30 minutes long, I believe, so it'll probably be over 2 in the end. Silk Song and Story video are gonna be my longest videos yet. I mean, I don't know, there's no guarantee I'm gonna even do those. Has the iron of Silk Song gotten cold? It might. I'm not sure if it's even worth it. I mean, I'll probably do something with it, but will it be a review? Possibly. Possibly not. Might do something else. We'll see. You're giddy from enjoying Windswept so much? I gotta get it. I gotta get it and I gotta play it, but I gotta play a million other things, and also Kirby Air Riders is around the corner. It's gonna devour all of my free time. They said I don't like stories I have to understand by reading tablets. Normally, no. But I actually do like the story of Hollow Knight, because I feel like they do enough of, like, actually telling the story. Like, Hollow Knight, when I played it, I knew what the story was, unlike, like, a Dark Souls game, where I have no idea what the hell is going on. Like, I thought the story and the lore and the world building of Hollow Knight was cool. So if they just do more of that in Silk Song, I'm there for it. Actually, good reviews tend to come like 2 months after release a new title. Things are way too positive for the first month generally. Well, that's kind of one of the things that I do like about my channel, is that because I don't script them or have fancy editing, I can get them out fast, so I can get like a, you know, thorough, thoughtful review out there, usually faster than most other people. Then again, my Doom video took freaking forever to, you know, cover Dark Ages, but I was playing all the Dooms, and it was taking a long time because I really wanted to get that video right, so I spent a lot of time on it. Silk Song story felt easier to follow? Okay. Well, that's fine with me. I didn't think Hollow Knight had a super difficult story to follow. How would I rate each story in Sonic 06 out of 10, honestly? Sonic story, I'd give like a 3. Silver's story, I'd give like a 2. And Shadows, I'd give like a 4.5. I don't know what else you expected. Oh yeah, Steam made a new controller. That's true, all the Steam Valve thingies. Which Steam Machine is neat. Not something that I'm going to buy, but neat. The VR headset, I still don't really care about VR. I'm kind of interested in trying VR eventually, maybe, but I'm not dying to pick one up. The controller, though. If that controller, like, is comfortable and, like, the functionality and the durability of it is good, that could actually be a really great controller. I'm actually very interested in the Steam controller. Although they messed up with the PlayStation stick placements, where they have the two sticks right next to each other. That is objectively incorrect. You want to do it the Xbox way, where you got the left stick up higher. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. But everything else about it looks pretty good, so I might be willing to forgive it. The Steam controller looks like it's made like for people with 4 arms. It kind of does a little bit. We're back to the N64 controller days. That you needed 3 arms for. This one you need 4. Anyone have their mind open to VR after an evening with Astrobot Rescue Mission? Yeah, well, they keep fucking locking Astrobots, all these hardware devices I'm not gonna buy. So I can't enjoy any of it. If they put Astrobot VR on PC, then maybe I would play it one day if I ever got a VR headset. Because I tell you what, if I do get a VR headset, it's not gonna be a PlayStation VR. Why on earth would I do that? Oh yeah, we should start playing Pac-Man, shouldn't we? Alright, let me get the game booted up. Give it a sec. It'll appear on the screen soon enough, my children. There it is. There's the video game. Get the mouse off screen. This is one of those games that doesn't hide the mouse. Am I playing the DLC? Does this game have DLC? This is Pac-Man World 1. Oh yeah, have y'all seen the stories about Miss Pac-Man and like why that character has been deleted and replaced with Pac-Mom? That's some crazy shit, bro. Oh yeah, that's right, Sparky. Mario Galaxy. Yes, I did notice that, of course, unsurprisingly, Rosalina has been turned into a superhero. Yeah, this is what I expected. Overall, I'm interested in the second Mario movie. I think it looks fun. Jessica and I are gonna probably go see it together. Oh yeah, thoughts. Jesus Christ, all this stuff happened since the last stream. Yeah, Tangle and Whisper and Crossworlds. That's a shame. Knights and II, that's cool. But, Tangle and Whisper... unfortunately, the Sonic series is accumulating bad characters. You know, we've been putting up with the Deadly Six forever, but now we got Sage, and we got the comic book losers. Please stop filling the cast with bad characters. You know, if they're gonna be shoving these bad characters in these Sonic spin-offs, can it at least be the cooler bad characters? Like, please swap out Zavok for Infinite. I would much prefer that. Zaz is one of the most popular characters in the game. Well, Zaz is funny. If you play in Japanese, his voice actor is going ham, and it's hilarious. I will admit that. Where's your trip to Sungazer? Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a modern game, so you know that's not going to happen. I mean, they could have different versions, because it's Crossworlds. They could have classic and modern crossing over, but people don't like that anymore, right? So maybe they're trying not to do that. But they got the movie shit. And I think Sonic Prime is in there too, right? Oh, wait, it's got a Superstars track. So yeah, they are mixing classic and modern. Maybe that'll be like in one of the free updates. They'll do like, you know, a classic characters pack. You know, with classic Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Eggman, and Trip. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, that was me testing. I didn't pay any attention to that opening cutscene, by the way. Literally none. I don't know what happened in that cutscene. I was reading chat the whole time. They said no movie characters in years there's no movie coming out? Are there not movie characters in Crossworlds? I thought there were. There are movie characters in Sonic Rumble. Okay, Pac-Man, that's our bad guy. I like how all the ghosts are wearing funny outfits, by the way. Sage has a pretty funny rival dialogue, especially with Big. I haven't looked at any of it because I don't care, but I am kind of curious, like, where is Sage's character at right now? Because, like, the original ending of Frontiers is, like, she's back, kind of, but it's a little confusing exactly what that means. But then the DLC ending is, like, she's just still around. Which one of those is the real one? And, like, where is that character? Is she not a bad guy anymore because of the events of Frontiers? Or is she still a bad guy because she works for Eggman, but she's, like, friendly with the characters? I don't know. Someone tell me what her deal is now. She's a bad guy, you know that at least? I mean, I would assume she's a bad guy, but is she like a bad guy? Or is she like, hey, Sonic, we're cool, but I have to try to kill you? Because I think that would be like a more fun and interesting dynamic for the character. Yes, I know how to play video games. Pac-Man's a bad guy? Absolutely. I didn't read that sign on purpose. In the racing games, even Metal Sonic is chill? Yeah, but he's still, like, Metal Sonic. I sound depressed. I'm a little tired today. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I'm fine. How does my voice sound, by the way? I tried adjusting my microphone position a little bit more, so it's a bit closer to me now, so it should get more of, like, the low frequency, and my voice should sound a little deeper and hopefully closer to how it actually sounds. Let me know. How is it? Is it better than how it's been? You can barely tell a difference? Great. Cool. Some people are saying, yes, it's noticeable. Others are saying, no difference. Eat the mic. Well, from what I have seen, you should not have the microphone overly close to your mouth or you'll, like, blow it out like crazy. I have it, like, a couple inches away from my mouth now. Before I had it, like, I don't know, like, 8 inches away. I almost got crushed there. I imagine probably not. That probably wouldn't actually crush me, but... You love how that power is straight at the metal cap from Mario 64? It is. They were blatant. They ripped that shit off wholesale. Shit. For reference, I have played this game before. I played, like, the first, like, world and a half when it first came out, the repack. So, already done this, kinda, but it was a while ago. McQueen says, eat your mic. Who's McQueen? You mean Lightning McQueen? Ah, overshot. You only played this on PS1, didn't seem sensational enough for a modern revisit. No, that's kind of the vibe I got as well. I was like, does anyone even care about this game? But, you know, Bandai Namco wanted easy money, so they did this. It's fine. That was like when I played it when Repack first came out. I was like, it's not really that great. It's fine. It's a perfectly adequate, like, 6 out of 10 90s 3D platformer. Why am I even playing this? Because I was interested in playing Pac-Man World 2 Repack. Because I did have that game as a kid, and I enjoyed it. So I figured, let me try to play the first one again. And we'll see what happens. Doesn't look like a fun game so far. Already bored. Play Crash 4. I mean, yeah, obviously, y'all know how I am, so this is not exactly the most enticing and compelling 3D platforming gameplay by my standards. But I can also enjoy, like, a simple, easy 3D platformer from time to time. Gives us good opportunity to just chat, because I don't have to think that hard. Am I going to play Yooka-Laylee? That's another game that I want to play, but I don't have time to. I'm not bothering with this, by the way. I don't care. I can find some cool game-breaking shortcuts here. Did I get all the things? I can't tell. When am I going to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure? No interest, I'll be honest. Yooka-Laylee's great. I want to play it. I want to play it quite badly, actually. But I don't have time. Can't go watch a 2-hour video again. Which of the modern Doom games was the best one? Eternal. Unquestionably Eternal. Eternal is one of the best video games ever made, ever. I do have a Doom Eternal name drop in the Mega Man video, actually. I'm gonna become like Telekinestic Man and mention Doom Eternal in every video from now on. What do I think the Void in Hollow Knight means thematically? That is a very good question that I honestly haven't thought about. I'd have to revisit Hollow Knight and, like, try to digest the themes, because I did not do that when I played it initially. Because, like, the obvious immediate thing is that, like, the void and, you know, the darkness and shit, it, you know, represents the typical, like, idea of, like, you know, light and darkness is usually the bad thing, but in Hollow Knight, darkness is, like, it's not bad. It's not necessarily good either. It's, like, just a neutral thing. And it's actually the light that's bad. So, it's neat, whatever they're doing. How's Pac-Man's characterization in this? I don't think that's something generally that Pac-Man fans worry about too much. You only have 2 snacks to eat. You won't be able to buy them tomorrow. Should you eat them now or economize? Sounds to me, Laura, like you should hold off on one of those snacks for tomorrow. That's what I would do. Oh, this is how I was supposed to get that chest. I did a cheaty. Except for Ghostly Adventures. Oh yeah, there's that. I forgot about that. So maybe never mind. Maybe there is bad Pac-Man characterization. I mean, what is Pac-Man's character? He's even more of like a nothing character video game man than Mario is. You can't wait for Pac-Man voice actor arguments? Does Pac-Man even have a voice actor? I've never heard Pac-Man speak ever. In World 3 he speaks? Okay, I never played that. trying to get collectibles for now, but I'm eventually probably going to give up and just say, fuck it, let's just complete the levels. That's almost certainly going to happen at some point. But it's okay for now, because, you know, this isn't like a high-speed movement game, so I don't mind taking things a little more chill and collecting stuff. It's in the games with the cool movement, where I'm like, I want to use the cool movement and go fast. Am I going back to defending Mario Kart World? Have I ever defended that game? I just like it. I think it's good. It's got problems, but I like it. Do I think I'll make a new Zelda video? Eventually, when I feel like it. I am playing Echoes of Wisdom right now. See, I missed the C in Pac-Man. I'm gonna miss stuff. It's gonna happen. These signs are activating automatically, and I do not approve. Stop trying to teach me how to play the game. My opinion of Mario Kart World is literally the consensus. Well, nowadays, the consensus is that it's cool to dunk on it because it has some problems. Does every question about a channel decision get replied with when I feel like it? Well, I'm sorry that I operate the channel on whatever I feel like doing in the moment. I don't know if I need to collect every single individual dot, but I'm doing it for now. People say it's $80, meanwhile 90% of Switch 2 users bought the bundle. That's what I was saying. Like, the $80 price tag, what that really means is it just everyone bought the bundle. That's what that like, people are like, if that $80 game is successful, then companies are going to start charging their games at $80. I'm going to guarantee you it wasn't successful because barely anyone bought that game for $80. Oh wait, I got the thingy. The bundle no longer exists? Yeah, going forward, that's crappy for anyone. I'm just saying, like, up to now, you'd struggle to find someone who didn't buy the bundle. Oh, a maze. We actually get to play some Pac-Man in this Pac-Man game. I actually like Pac-Man. I think these games are fun. Like the actual amazing Pac-Manning Pac... Oh, God. I need to zoom out. I need to be able to see the friggin' maze. I like how the walls, like, bend around you to accommodate how huge you get. The mazes in this game are good. I mean, it's standard Pac-Man so far. I don't know if they get, like, cooler at any point with, like, interesting, weird mechanics. Best Pac-Man game, in my opinion, is Pac-Man Arrange. Well, actually, it's either Pac-Man Arrange or Championship Edition. One of those two. Oh, God, I was looking. My thing ended. Shadow Labyrinth has some crazy Pac-Man mazes. Oh, yeah, that thing. That weird-ass Mega Man Metroidvania thing that they made for some reason. Oh, shit. Dude, am I gonna game over on this friggin' maze? The Pac-Man Hollow Knight clone? I mean, to be fair, like, Hollow Knight ripoffs is basically a genre of indie game now. There's so fucking many indie games that, like, you see the trailer for them, and like, yes, I also played Hollow Knight. Also, I see that you get a separate life pool for the mazes compared to the levels, which I like. It's a good thing. And they're pretty fun. I haven't played too many of them because I just feel like it's kind of been there, done that for me. I'd rather play something, like, new and unique and different. What do I need to open that? I need a ribbon? Learn Godot, or Godot, or however you pronounce it. Or Love 2D now. I was actually thinking about getting Godot and trying to learn it, because it seems like a good engine from what I've seen. And I would like to start messing around with, like, game dev stuff, so I probably will. Although, I don't really have interest in making a Sonic fan game, necessarily. Possibly. You know, it's something I might want to do at some point. But not right now. Echoes of Wisdom got very good reviews when it came out. I mean, having played, like, the first dungeon of it, I think it's fucking amazing. A lot of people saying Godot's really good. Yeah, that's what I've seen. And I do know a little bit of, like, basic programming stuff. Like, that's how I made the mod in Roboblast 2. I mean, that was just me, like, taking other people's mods and, like, making some changes. But I could make the changes because I could read the code and know what was happening and implement some of my own new code. So, you know, I'm not completely hopeless. I learned about Steam Machine? Yeah, I know about it. It's neat. Not something I would get, but it's cool. Hey, what's this? Is it like a bonus level? Oh, I see. I gotta get all the fruit in the time limit. Nine Souls isn't really like Hollow Knight. It's more like 2D Sekiro. Yeah, I've seen that game. That one looks cool, but also I'm kind of sick of parries in games. I kind of want to make a video about how I'm sick of parries and invincible dodges. Both of those, I'm like, all right, we get it. What do I think of the new controller? I'm interested in trying it. It could potentially be a really great controller. So we'll see. You think RE4 Remake added pairing? It was really unnecessary? Yeah, I mean, it's probably cool. I like pairing, it's fun, but it's in every goddamn game ever nowadays. And RE4 already had invincible, like, dodges, in a sense, as ways to avoid attacks by doing contextual actions, like doing your roundhouse kicks, or, like, opening doors was invincible, and I have totally used the door opening animation in RE4 to avoid dynamite. It's fucking so sick. See, that's much cooler than a parry. What kind of controller do I typically use? I've mostly just used standard Xbox controllers. The Switch 2 Pro controller, I got that. It's pretty spectacular, honestly. I think, like, the materials, what it's made of, the feel of it, the buttons, really great feeling controller. For PC, I'm using a Power A... I forget what it's called, but it's like a $70, $80 controller. I forget how much it was. Something like that. And it's basically like a standard Xbox controller, but it has two back buttons on the grip. Because the Switch 2 Pro controller turned me on to grip buttons, and I'm like, ooh, they're real good. I really like grip buttons. But can you learn to parry everything IRL? I can parry things in real life. I have swordsmanship training. High generic pirate music. A little bit. It's a little generic piratey. Can I parry a shotgun? Not yet. I haven't gotten to that yet. You know, you gotta keep going to more classes. How's the D-pad on the Switch 2 Pro controller? I haven't used the D-pad much. I haven't played anything on Switch 2 that necessitated the D-pad. Plus, also with the grip buttons, I use the D-pad less. Like in DK Bonanza, you use left and right on the D-pad to switch forms, but I use the grip buttons, so that way I wouldn't have to take my thumb off the left stick. Is the controller drifting yet? No, I've actually never had issues with controller drift. Lots of accidental inputs in 2D games. Well, I also play 2D games on a stick because I'm a crazy person, apparently. So, not a problem for me. Conceptually, you've never used a controller with grip buttons? I tried them a long time ago, and I did not like them because I would hit them accidentally all the time. And I was like, this ain't it. This ain't for me. And I do still hit them accidentally sometimes, but I'm getting better about not doing that. And man, like not having to let go of the left stick to hit the D-pad, it's pretty great. Because the Power A controller I have has 4 back buttons, so I don't need the D-pad at all. It's pretty fantastic. Do people not play 2D games with a stick regularly? Most people like to use D-pads for 2D games. I don't like it personally because I don't like holding down a button the entire time I'm playing a game. It's much gentler to just, you know, point the stick left and right. Street Fighter 2 plays pretty damn spectacular Switch 2 Pro controller. Yeah, I think that would be perfectly playable. The fighting game motions on Switch 2 Pro controller, super doable. I like the bounce. It has like this pause before you bounce for the first 3. But then after that, you get like a just immediately down. That's kind of cool. Like you're building up like momentum or something for like the up and down motion. It's neat. Man, let me tell you, my brain engagement with this game is at like 7%. Like, this game is full autopilot. You do not need to think at all playing this. What do I think about choose-your-own-story games? What is a choose-your-own-story game? You talking about, like, a Telltale game and shit like that? I mean, really, it all comes down to how good the story is. It's got a good story, sure. It's got a bad story, bad. Talking about Dispatch? Oh yeah, I saw that game. I'm not really interested in it. I'm just too sick of superhero crap right now to want to bother. But there's been leaks to CTR 2? Yeah. I saw that. Ooh, I hope that's real. I hope that's real so bad. I want it. I hope it's Beanox doing it again. Dude, think about it. The idea of Crash Team Racing with, like, more new mechanics that they could put on top of all the existing shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't handle it. Dispatch looks super good. I'm just not at all interested in superhero stuff right now. Maybe another time I would be interested in it. Give me a couple years. PC port, please. Yes, this time, please put it on PC, you bastards. Or at least let it run at 60 FPS on the consoles. Kind of insane the CTR is 30 FPS on a PS4 Pro. Yeah, what the fuck was that? What do they have going on where they could not get that running at 60? CTR 30 FPS on PS5 too? Well, that's not surprising. They're not going to give that a PS5 patch. It's too old. They're not going to bother. Sadly. If only there was a PC port. The physics are tied to the frame rate? Are they? Well, that's a shame. Hey, pro tip for game developers, don't do that. Don't tie the physics of your game to the frame rate or the functionality or anything. Don't do that. Ever. What? I thought there was an area down there. You didn't know devs still did that? It's not 1977 anymore? You'd think that we would know not to do that by this point. You're starting to enjoy games with fewer mechanics? You played a beat 'em up with one button, you liked it more than Turtles in Time? I think Turtles in Time is... I mean, technically it's a 2-button game because you have jump and attack. Well, I like my games complicated. I like Doom Eternal. I mean, I'm fine with simple games, too. Kirby Air Riders, and Kirby Air Ride in general, is pretty simple. It really just... Like, the thing is, what it really comes down to is, like, how rich is the gameplay? You know, how much is there for me to sink my teeth into? You can achieve a lot of not complexity, but a lot of depth, I guess, with a simple game with simple controls and mechanics. But it's just generally easier and more to happen in complex games. Because you just got more moving parts to work with. I like games with high skill ceilings. Doesn't necessarily even need to have, like, a super high skill ceiling. It just needs to have, like, room for me to play around with. This game doesn't have much room for me to play around with, for example. This is the most basic-ass game ever. This is why I didn't really like it very much when I picked it up initially. But it's fine for the stream. I'm probably going to stop worrying about collectibles and just start beating levels, though. Because this is going to take forever this way. What I think about the first Pac-Man game, like original Pac-Man, it's fun. It's good. I like it. Best games are easy to understand, difficult to master. I mean, I like games that are also not easy to understand, but that's a personal thing. I play a lot of complex games where they do not tell you at all how to play them, and you have to figure it out entirely on your own. You know, it's like, I talked about it in my Cloud Build video. Like, that is a game that is not, you know, easy to learn, hard to master. It has a fairly high skill floor. which is not something that's talked about that much in, like, game stuff. Like, I always talk about skill ceilings, but the skill floor is also important. And yeah, Cloud Built, it has a higher skill floor than a lot of other games, which makes it less approachable, but I still like it. This music is so generic, Jesus almighty. A little bit. How's the volume, by the way? What's a skill floor? Like, the minimum amount of, like, mastery needed to achieve to succeed in the game. Low skill floor, high skill ceiling means the game is truly good in your opinion? Well, like I said, I think that a game with a high skill floor can also be really good. It's just less accessible. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think that every game ever has to be for everyone. If you make a, you know, more niche game for a smaller audience, I think that's fine. In fact, I think that's a good thing. Because then, you know, you can make something really focused that's very uncompromised. Which I like. That's fine too, but it's not as impressive. I mean, I don't really care if it's impressive. I just care if it's fun. Penny's Big Breakaway is a good example of a high skill floor. I mean, I don't think the skill floor in that game is that high. It's a little higher than other games, but not, like, dramatically so. High for you, at least. Thing is, you don't need to do all the fancy shit in Penny's Big Breakaway to succeed. You can get by with just, like, basic jumping a lot of the time. Dude, this is the least engaged in the game I think I've ever been on a stream. How did that miss? You think Penny has too little of you in the later parts of the game? Really? I don't feel that way at all. I feel like that game, gets decently demanding by the end. I remember the first playthrough, I thought that last zone was, like, fairly tough. Not, like, super hard, but no slouch. Game with high skill floor is God Hand? Oh, yeah. God Hand has a high skill floor for sure. That is a game that if you're not attuned to those kinds of games, you're gonna get obliterated. The God Hand is not beginner friendly. Penny's character design is so ugly, it makes you sad. I wouldn't say it's ugly, but it's not the most appealing thing in the world. Oh, hey, Puka. I played so much Dig Dug as a kid, because I had it on some collection or something. Oh, yeah, it was like different... This is like a different world. You don't have to just go one way. You saw another streamer who was not into fighting games playing God Hand, and you started to feel bad for the guy? Yeah. God Hand be like that, for sure. God Hand is a game where the game itself says, fuck you, get good. Like, you know how, like, around Dark Souls, there's, like, the toxic attitude of, like, if you're not good at the game, that just means you suck and you gotta get good at it. God Hand, the game itself, literally says that to you. The enemies make fun of you in that game. Like, if you're doing poorly, the enemies tell you that you suck. That game is so good. I'm going to stream that game eventually, because it is a hardcore action game, but it's also hilarious. And not at all problematic or offensive, as anyone that's played the game can attest. That game is peak campiness. It is some fucking campy shit. I love the way the enemies mock you in that game. When the dudes are like, my style is impetuous. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you even talking about? I gotta stream that game. It's so funny. What about Spike Out? I never played Spike Out. Why is the camera so zoomed in here, bro? I can't see where I'm going. You beat the shit out of people and their shadow demons in the funniest way possible. That's a pretty accurate descriptor of God Hand, honestly. And it's a really, like, cool approach, actually, to a hardcore action game. Because, you know, most action games, they try to make you feel super badass and super awesome because you're the cool guy that beats up all the other guys. And you fight, like, crazy demons and monsters and, like, tough, cool guys. In God Hand, you're a clown fighting a bunch of other clowns. In God Hand, you literally hit people in the balls. That's an attack. You spank people. There is a move in the game called the Granny Smack, where it's like super slow and has a shit ton of startup, and because you're like hitting them like an old lady, but it does a shit ton of damage if you can land it. Where am I going? What am I doing? The Granny Fist? Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, there's so much funny shit in God Hand. That sounds like Mortal Kombat if every character was Johnny Cage. Basically, yeah, that's not honestly a bad descriptor. There we go. Someone is recommending Final Fight. Do you agree with them? Yeah, Final Fight's good. I especially like Final Fight 3. I like that one. That's fun. But yeah, I mean, the OG Final Fight is the original, like, not the original beat 'em up, but it's like the one that everyone ripped off. It became like the model of how you do a beat 'em up. I mean, you can just play Streets of Rage. It's basically Final Fight, but better in literally every single way. But I still like Final Fight. That sounds funny. You need to play God Hand. Well, here's the thing. God Hand is hilarious. It's also, like, one of the most, like, fun, in-depth, crazy, awesome action games ever. If you don't know, if you've never seen it, you don't know nothing about it. One of my first ever videos that's terrible was on God Hand. And I show off all the fun of its gameplay. Oh, yeah, there's a boss in God Hand that's a bear. Like a circus bear wearing a goofy outfit. Oh, no, wait, no, not a bear. Gorilla. No, it's not a circus bear. I'm completely misremembering. It's a luchador gorilla. That's the boss in the game. Gotta get it correct. You love how shy I sound in that video? I wasn't shy. I just had no idea how to project my voice and speak properly for a video. Leave old Pariah alone? I will not. That guy had no idea what he was doing. And I don't have any idea what I'm doing, but he had even less of an idea. For reference, I'm using the same microphone right now that I was in those first videos, but I had abso-fucking-lutely no idea how to configure the settings on it. You played God Hand back in high school, great times. Play it again. There's never a wrong time to play God Hand. I'll regret those words when Old Pariah reaches 1 million subs. Well, Old Pariah no longer exists. I replaced him. I murdered and replaced him. I'm now wearing his skin. Oh, come on! What was that? I should use the D-pad there for perfect right-angle movement. I am old. I am old. All right, ready? Back button D-pad movement. That felt weird. Trying to play This is how I'm going to make this game more engaging. I'm going to try to play this with the back buttons on my controller. This is my new plan to make this game fun. Oh, this is so weird feeling. Is this game not good? It's just not super interesting. You know, if you're, like, not, like, a crazy hardcore weirdo about your platformers and your games, it's probably fine. But I am. You know, I like me my demon turfs. Like I was saying, I am playing this game full autopilot. Oh god, it's so weird to play with the back buttons. It's a decent game, it's just very basic. Well, at the same time, like, Crash Bandicoot is really basic, and I think that game is spectacular. This is, like, so easy that I'm barely even thinking about what I'm doing. Check out Bubsy 4D. I know about Bubsy 4D! That's not even the developer's next game. Their next game is Demon Tides. Everyone's like, oh, Bubsy 4D. It's like, yeah, we'll get to that. We got a whole other Fabraz 3D platformer first. I'm stopping with the D-pad movement. It feels weird. Bubsy 4D is just a reskin Demon Tides. Kind of, yeah. You're not wrong, honestly. But, you know, different mechanics. Also, Demon Tides is like an open world game. I don't know if Bubsy 4D is. I presume not. Well, I check out Galaxy Trail's new game, Chrono Gear. I mean, that's another game that, like, absolutely I want to play it. Do I have time to play it? Absolutely not. Bubsy 4D is semi-open world, kinda? Well, what the fuck does that mean? What titles do I have time to play? I mean, this is the first time I've played a game since the last stream I did. I've been very busy lately, so I haven't really had time to play anything. Even the classic Pac-Man gameplay is easier than the original? That's true. Actual Pac-Man is harder than the mazes in this. Oh, here we go. We go up here. Life does be like that sometimes. Yeah, it's how it be. I got shit going on. I just went on like a bunch of trips. I've barely even been home lately. I went to Japan, and then a wedding, and then I went to see Gesekai. And I've just had a bunch of stuff going on at home. A bunch of life stuff I gotta be doing. Like, I gotta renew my license. I'm spending a little time I have playing Pac-Man World. Yeah. I was definitely right the first time I tried to play this. That I didn't really like it very much. But it's fine. Again, it's a good hangout stream game. How's Gravity Rush 1? It's good. It's really good. 2 is better, but 1 is still very good, and I would definitely recommend playing it. Note, though, actually, Gravity Rush is a game where, like, the gameplay isn't the best in the world. It's, like, decent. That is a game where, like, the fun of it is really, like, you know, the charm, the vibes, the characters, the story. Which I know is rare for me, but, yeah, it's good like that. I gotta save the Pac Dog. I assume that's what that character's called. Where are all these characters from, by the way? Like, Miss Pac-Man, obviously, although she's been deleted. And then, like, Pac-Man Jr., I know, is from Pac-Man Jr., but then there's, like, Baby Pac-Man? I don't know who that is. Or the Pac Dog. Is that from a game? Has anyone played Pac Dog? Oh, it's Pac Buddy, not Pac Dog. Is the dog from a cartoon or something? I don't know. Was there a Pac-Man cartoon? Like back in the day? What am I talking about? I was talking about, like, where do all the Pac-Man characters come from? I don't know. Does anyone know? Does anyone know, like, the full history of Pac-Man video games? I feel like no. I feel like no one on planet Earth has played every Pac-Man game. And if they say they have, they're lying. You think nobody cares? That's correct. Does Outer Wilds have good gameplay? Yes. Outer Wilds is actually fun to play. Pac Dog was from a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Oh, look at that! They took a friggin' cartoon character. Oh, this is fun. I'm like Brendan Fraser. Oh, God. Probably will play the Sonic DLC in Pac-Man World 2. Yes, I'll play it. I'll play the stupid Sonic DLC. What the fuck? God damn it. I thought I could clear that. Hopefully that DLC is more engaging. Well, it's not in this game. It's in Pac-Man World 2. Ah! You'll take charge of the best ways to play Pac-Man document until I get around to it. Yeah, I don't even know shit about what there is for Pac-Man. Will I do videos on these games? Probably not. In fact, definitely no. Played Nights into Dreams in December? I already played Nights on stream. I don't really like Nights very much. How am I not excited to go through Green Hill again with even more asset reuse than ever? That's not true. It's not more than ever. It's a pretty average amount of asset reuse. It's Green Hill Sonic Generations assets. That's like most of Sonic now. Have I watched the Pac-Man show? You talking about Ghostly Adventures? No. That was after I was kind of done with watching cartoons as a kid. Pac-Man Ultimate Mix that eventually comes out, just letting me know. Is that like a fan-made, like, Pac-Man remake with, like, all the Pac-Mans or something? Like, all the versions of Pac-Man together in one thing? That sounds cool. I would get that. It's gonna have so many friggin' mazes. Okay, interesting. You know what was a really good Pac-Man game, and it's a shame that they fucking took it down, was Pac-Man... Was it Pac-Man 99? Yeah. That was really fun, actually. Oh. Wow, why is the music so, like, low-key in this boss fight? The music should be, like, going nuts. I barely even hear it. You can barely hear the music? That's not you. I can also barely hear the music. That's just how it is, for some reason. Weird that the level clear is just this little, like, Pac-Man, like, coin. Not exactly a goal ring, you know? Have I played Redout 2? No, I have not played Redout at all. I'm aware of it. I know it's one of many modern, like, F-Zero-like indie games, or inspired by it. But I have not played it new. That's to view, like, cutscenes and shit. Oh, by the way, I just remembered something we could talk about. I recently saw the new Predator Badlands, in theaters. It was really fucking good. I really liked it. I thought it was very well done, actually. That is a solid movie right there that I would absolutely recommend. It felt like a good old-fashioned movie, which hasn't been a lot of that in recent years. Although I guess, like, in the past couple of months, there's been more, like, actually good movies. Like an 80s movie? No, not like an 80s movie. Like a good, like, early 2010s movie. There was a lot of good movies. I was going to the movies a lot throughout, like, the 2010s for a while. Because there was, like, just a lot of good stuff that I enjoyed, seeing. But then there was just this lull of a bunch of crap. But more recently, there's been better stuff. You haven't seen any Predator movie? Would it be a good movie with no prior knowledge? Yeah, it'd be fine. They give you all the info that you need. And it's not, like, related to any other Predator movies. There's a lot of good movies in the last couple of years, specifically foreign movies. Yeah, I guess. I'm not, like, the biggest movie buff in the world, so I'm not seeing, like, you know, a lot of indie movies or, like, lesser-known movies. Sometimes. Here and there. Thoughts on the new Mario Galaxy trailer? It looks good. Of course, they turned Rosalina into a superhero because it's a Hollywood movie, and how do you write a woman that isn't a superhero? We don't know. How do you do that? It's physically impossible. What do I think of this game? It's kind of boring. I'm okay. The big appeal with this game at its core is score chasing, basically getting every collectible and spreading these levels to their max. Yeah, I was doing that at first, and then I got bored. Explain the Pac-Man lore. Well, each dot represents money, and Pac-Man needs to accumulate as much money as possible. And the ghosts represent death itself. Pac-Man is a commentary about the capitalist society that we all live in, that all that matters is trying to accumulate as much money as you can before you die. And then that money is useless to you, but it's still all that matters. Rosalina isn't a princess, she's more like a goddess. I mean, she's definitely a princess because she's Princess Rosalina. What the camera? What does the dog represent? Well, the dog wasn't in the original Pac-Man. That's not part of the pure original vision. The dog represents Karl Marx. Awesome analysis. Now you're depressed forever. You don't think any game refers to her as a princess? She just has a tiara? Does no game call her Princess Rosalina? I feel like they do. I guess in Smash they call her Rosalina and Luma, right? Not Princess Rosalina. Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom looks better than this. Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom is better than this. That's like saying Pauline is a princess. I mean, she is, sort of, in a way. A mare is like a princess, kind of. Pac-Man represents the current state of the IP of Pac-Man. And Puka represents the disgusting oversaturation of crossovers. And Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, in World 2 represents depression. Pac-Man is political propaganda. That's right. That one, they were actually really blatant and preachy about it. Pac-Man represents Trump. Obviously. Oh, that's like a... You know what? I don't care. It's kind of weird how much he talks about China in World 3. Klonoa is better than this? That's true. Yeah, people were like saying like, oh, it's simple, but it's still good. But like, actually, no. Because Klonoa, that is like a simple, easy kids platformer. But I found Klonoa like really compelling when I played it. I think this game is just not that good. Do I think a story of Hollow Knight video could be created in the future? I mean, there's probably lore people that have already done that. Like I was saying before, I'd have to, like, replay Hollow Knight to try to analyze it, you know? Thematically and narratively what it's doing, because I don't know. I didn't look at it that way when I played it. And I don't know how much there is there. Also on Pac-Man World 1 and 2. World 1 is boring. World 2 I played as a kid. I will revisit it when I play the repack of it, and we'll see what I think. What was this? That's cool looking. I keep falling. Oh, you can't jump on them. Yeah, the music in this game is really quiet. I feel like I should raise the music. Does anyone think I should raise the music? I feel like I should raise the music. I'm gonna do it. How's that? That's too much. I just hit quit stage, god damn it. Options isn't normally the default thing that it goes to. I don't seem like someone who's really into Pac-Man as a whole. I enjoy, like, Pac-Man games, like the maze games. You're not missing out on much. I mean, it's true, but I can barely hear this shit. Miss Pac-Man represents women. Actually, Miss Pac-Man represents, like, the roles society places upon women. The definitions of what a woman has to be to fit the expectations of the world. That's why she wears that. That's why her design is just Pac-Man with a bow. Because girls wear bows. Basically Silent Hill F. You remember really liking Pac-Man Championship Edition? Yeah, that one's good. Oh! Miss Pac-Man represents the male gaze. You think there are people that lust after Miss Pac-Man? Ah! Dude, what the fuck? I gotta do all that shit again? I guess I can just go to the thing. If the original Pac-Man design was Miss Pac-Man, how would they differentiate the male Pac-Man? Well, Miss Pac-Man would never be the original because obviously males are the default. Men are the default. Being a woman is a gimmick. That's what Miss Pac-Man is. That's why it's Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. What did I just say? I'm just speaking the truth. I'm sorry if you don't like how the world works. That's the hardest I've ever made you laugh. Happy to hear, Mr. DX. Put that in the out of context. Someone's got to make that compilation at some point, and then I'll definitely be canceled. I guess I could make it, but there's just so many opportunities of it. I don't remember all the shit that I say on these streams. How am I ever gonna compile all of that? Canceling got nerfed harder than Third Strike Sean. Do people not cancel anymore? Is that no longer the hip thing to do? Oh, we got a shmup level. We got a shmup level. Why is it B to shoot? Question, is there any reason to not shoot? Because if not, why is there even a shoot button? Dude, it should stop with the tutorials. It's a shmup. I got it. You know, I might not be the biggest shmup fan in the world, but I played some Aegis Wing back on my 360. With all the book tours and Netflix specials you get, being canceled is a buff nowadays. Shmup fan here, do you count Aegis Wing? What? I'm right, there's no reason to not be shooting? I mean, yeah, that's a common thing in a lot of games. Like, Contra's like that, too. There's no reason to not be shooting permanently, so why is there even a shoot button? What is the better shmup, this or Frontiers? I will actually say Frontiers. I actually kind of enjoyed the final boss, like, shmup level, because I was like, wow, they're actually, like, making this challenging. Out of nowhere, at the, like, 99.5% mark, they decided to put some amount of difficulty in Sonic Frontiers. I got canceled. What did I do? Asked Sparky. All I did was speak the truth. And people can't handle the truth. Ah! Do I have a favorite game? Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is the best game ever. Isn't the best game subjective? Yeah? I subjectively think it's the best game ever. What's my second favorite game, and how far do we have to go on the list until we reach Mario? You probably have to go fairly far down to reach a Mario game, honestly. Well, maybe not. Odyssey would be the first one you would hit. I don't know where it would be, but it'd be somewhere. Galaxy 2 was an 11 out of 10. Yeah, but like... Outer Wilds is an infinity out of 10. And then, like, I don't know. DMC 5 is like a 50 out of 10. Outer Wilds is like Mario Galaxy, but better. It is like Mario Galaxy in some ways. It's got the tiny planets and the fun gravity. Is there a better 3D platformer collectathon than Mario Odyssey? I think that Mario Odyssey has the most fun gameplay, but I think that A Hat in Time personally beats it with the charm. A Hat in Time is the most charming, cute, like silly, goofy, fun game ever. Outer Wilds is Mario Galaxy, where Miyamoto isn't irrationally angry at storytelling. He's not angry at it, he just doesn't like it. Which, honestly, I kind of agree with them in some ways, because most games don't tell worthwhile stories, in my opinion. So he's like, then just forget it. I'm like, you know, man, the man kind of has a point. So we're like halfway through the game, or an hour and a half into the stream. We can do this whole game today. I'm not with you, Sparky. I definitely like Odyssey more than DK Bonanza. Faux show. This looks like the first level in Blink's the Time Sweeper. Herding sheep and changing outfits to open doors gets old. Yeah, but that's like, what? 8 moons out of almost 1,000? Besides, there's a lot of bananas in DK Bonanza that ain't that good either. You choose the moons you collect? Yeah, I mean, just because something is optional, though, doesn't mean you can't criticize it. It's there in the game, and if you choose to do it, then it may or may not make for a bad experience. Like 100%ing a game. A lot of games, 100%ing is not fun. And I think that the game developers and designers especially should be held accountable of that, because it seems like they don't really think about what the experience of 100% is truly like to do. And then it makes it miserable for the people that bothered to do it. Most moons, even the annoying ones, are better than most sunshine missions. Man, the sunshine haters. You're not welcome here, for the record. All my homies love sunshine. That's not true. But I like sunshine. We can all agree that Crash 4 clears both. Oh, absolutely. No questions about that. Crash 4 is a fucking masterpiece. "100% shouldn't be doing everything in a game, just enough things, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom." Well, technically, in Breath of the Wild, like, if you want to 100% it, really 100% it, you gotta get every single Korok seed. Really, Telekinetic Man? You liked Razor's Edge the most out of the first 3 Ninja Gaidens? Why? It was the T-Rex boss fight, wasn't it? It was the T-Rex boss fight. Razor's Edge is good. I mean, I like Razor's Edge too, but this is absolutely, like, I don't know what the general consensus is, but if you ask me, like, of the original 3 Ninja Gaidens, it's no question, like, a downward trend. Like, 1 is the best, 2 is still really great, but not quite as good, and then 3 is good. Bosses were awful, but had the best combat and was the most engaged and pissed you off the least compared to the others. I mean, that is one thing that's true. Like, 3 does have, like, the most fleshed out, like, moveset for Ryu, which is cool. Although you don't get different weapon types, I don't think, in 3, right? Or no, that was in original 3. Razor's Edge, they added different weapon types, I think. Someone correct me on that if I'm wrong, I don't remember. But, like, the enemies in 3 are nowhere near as, like, fun or cool as the ones in 1 or 2. And yes, the bosses in 3 are really bad. Okay, there aren't different weapons in Razor's Edge? Yeah, in the original Ninja Gaiden 3, there are not. There's only the sword. Nothing else. Dude, why do I not have a shadow in this game? You see this? Like, I'm jumping on the platform, there's no shadow or no circle telling me where I'm gonna be. That's fucked up. How How you fuck that up on a 3D platformer? That's one of the most fucking basic things. Come on now. You'd assume Ninja Gaiden thrives off of its enemy design? It really does. The enemies in Ninja Gaiden 1 especially are really good. Repack 2 adds a circle into Godsend? Yeah. Ever since Crash 4, I'm like, literally every game needs to have the circle. It's the best. This level design looks kind of fun, at least. This is definitely better than the early game levels. This is like more, you know, because we're in the later game section now. So they're ramping up the challenge a teensy bit. You know, I said this looks like Blinks, which it does, but it also looks like the Casino Carnival levels from the Sonic Rivals games, actually. That's what it's making me think of. Grab attacks actually telegraphed in 3, and you can counter them. Yeah, that's true. That is... So yeah, there is good stuff in 3, for sure. It is very fun. But I just feel like the campaign, you know, the game you play through is not as strong as 1 or 2. Oh! Making you think of the clown levels from Mario World? Like the circus levels? Yeah, kinda. A little bit. You wouldn't want to go back to any of them that much? Damn. Very surprised to hear. So I still think that the Ninja Gaiden games are pretty great. You don't think Metal Gear Rising is better than Ninja Gaiden? Me neither. I actually don't like Metal Gear Rising very much. You went back to Ninja Gaiden 1 after playing them all and you still wasn't crazy about it? Alright, I mean, fair enough. If you don't like it, you don't like it. We all have our character action games that we're not that into, like me with Metal Gear Rising. Was shocked to find out I enjoyed the DMC reboot. The DMC reboot is not DMC, but it's a great action game. Like, the gameplay is super fun. And actually, like, the in-between fight stuff in that game, like the platforming and, like, the exploration and shit, is better than it is in any other Devil May Cry game. Like, significantly better. Oh, you said maybe you could go back to Ninja Gaiden 1? Okay. You think Bayo 3 is really unfun? Haven't played it yet. I want to. I want to see what the deal is for myself. But, I don't have time. That's kind of the thing with me. This is why I'm always behind on games. I don't have time. The DMC reboot is pretty mid. Definitive Edition fixed most of the problems. Honestly, like everyone says that. I played the original and Definitive Edition. While Definitive Edition is absolutely way better, I still think the original was pretty good. The thing that really, for me, with Definitive Edition was they added Turbo Mode and the Gods Must Die difficulty. That was the thing that really, like, skyrocketed my opinion of that game. Gods Must Die is so fucking sick in that game. Honestly, I was really hoping they would add it to 5, and they did not. I don't know if you're familiar, Telekinetic Man, or anyone in the chat. What's Gods Must Die difficulty? Gods Must Die difficulty is the next difficulty after Dante Must Die that they added, where every enemy spawns in Devil Trigger. Every enemy. They're in Devil Trigger by default. And it's pretty awesome, actually. You've never played DMC? If you're gonna play it, definitely play Definitive Edition. And turn on Turbo Mode, for the love of God. If you've played real DMC, the reboot feels like slow motion in comparison without Turbo Mode. Turbo Mode makes it, like, playable. You're like, okay, I can tolerate this. Oh, I thought I'd be getting on that Ferris wheel. Do I think I could add a DKC return no motion guide to the spreadsheet? I mean, you don't really need a guide for it. You just apply shake input to a button. That's it. It's literally all you need. I guess I could put one, because you also need to do the nunchuck. It's not really that much more complicated, but I know that people are not as attuned to that kind of stuff. But I guess I could do one. Yeah, if the game's level design was all more like this, I would like it more, because I'm using my brain a little bit now. Oh yeah, Bayo2 had the chain chomp weapon. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was fun. Oh, that's neat. You find the younger generation kids are somehow less savvy? It's because the youths nowadays don't use computers anymore. They just have their phones. The nunchuck doesn't have a run button DKCR for some reason. That's because it uses analog if you play with Wii Remote and nunchuck. The game actually does have analog controls, which is really rare for 2D platformers for some reason. But, like, you can walk in that game by, like, slightly pushing the stick. What? Did that too early. Computers are not too expensive if you consider how much people spend on their phones. I mean, that phone, the cost of phones is insane to me. Because I don't use my phone very much. I'm a bad millennial that's not glued to my phone all the time. So I get, like, cheap, shitty phones that honestly are too shitty. I really need to upgrade badly. My phone is so fucking slow and terrible. But, like, I don't pay, like, crazy amounts for my phone. But then I asked my sister, and she's like, oh, yeah, my phone was, like, $1,000. I'm like, $1,000? What the f- How is a phone that much money? That's insanity. My phone's camera quality is so bad. Yeah, when I'm out, it's like, someone else take the pictures, because I can't. My phone is too shit. The price is usually because of the camera? Is that what it is? I guess, like, modern phones have, like, multiple high-definition cameras on them. Can they make, like, the phone that's, like, decently powerful, but still has a shit camera for people that aren't obsessed with social media. Do those exist? I wish I could move the camera right now. Might as well get yourself a digital camera. Well, I mean, you know, this is the thing with phones now, is it's the all-in-one thing. I get wanting to have expensive, high-quality cameras on your phone, but not everyone needs that shit. I don't need that shit. Do I think we're ever going to see Kid Pauline again? In spin-offs, probably, but I imagine she's a one-off. Wasn't there, like, stuff that people found in, like, the code of Cart World that it would have, like, Kid Pauline in there? Who's this character? Paxis? Who's this? What Pac-Man game is that character from? Nobody knows. No one's ever heard of that character before. She's like the most developed Mario character in existence. That is true. Oh, what's up with this slot machine? It's just free. Okay, whatever. When will I stream the Disney Infinity 3.0? Because the combat system was made by the same people that worked on the DMC reboot? You mean Ninja Theory? Here's the thing about Ninja Theory. I don't actually like them as a developer. Because I've seen and played some of their other games, and they all have really bad, boring combat. So I presume that Devil May Cry, like the reboot, was only good because Itsuno was overseeing it and telling them what to do. He's like, alright, you fuckers have no idea what good combat is, so I'm gonna tell you what good combat is. Because I played Hellblade when that came out. That was one of the most boring fucking games I've ever fucking played in my life. The combat was so crap. Also, we're doing a race now. Have I seen Dino Blade? Yes. Telekinetic Man is showing it to me. Ninja Theory can make a good-looking game, but not a good playing game? Exactly. So, Itsuno must have been the factor in the DMC reboot that he's like, y'all don't know what you're doing. Let me fix this. This is how you do it correctly. Okay, don't hit them. The first person is a weird choice on this. That was Team Ninja? No, Team Ninja are the guys that make Ninja Gaiden. It's confusing. You got Ninja Theory and Team Ninja. But Team Ninja are the Ninja Gaiden dudes. And Neo. You got them confused for a bit? I get them confused all the time. Oh god, I should have used the brake. Wait, I'm looking at the track there at the top. Why is this such a long race? Out of my way, fuckers. Oh yeah, I have a boost. I have a boost. You got like 20 ads until now? I have the ads set to like the normal frequency that they're always at. If you're seeing a lot of ads, then YouTube has decided that you suck. The jiggle physics are the spirit of Itagaki living on. Itagaki didn't invent jiggle physics. Boobs invented jiggle physics. Itagaki sure as hell loved jiggle physics, though. Oh, he definitely did. He didn't invent them, but he was a pioneer of them. He brought jiggle physics to the masses. That's truly his legacy. We have Kirby Air Riders at home. I was actually thinking of doing a stream of that other Kirby, like, racing game on Switch. Whatever it's called, Dream Buffet. Entitling that stream, Kirby Air Riders at home. I haven't played Dream Buffet. I don't have it. But I thought I might pick it up for a stream right before Air Riders comes out. Oh, was that the boss of this world? I guess it was. That's like a weird-looking pose for that character. Something about that character just looks wrong. Like, Pac-Man's a circle with limbs, but he looks normal. She just looks strange. Her limbs are too tiny. That doesn't look like a Pac-Man. It looks like a Jawbreaker come to life. Because she's a baby? She can talk. I don't know what baby can talk. Although I haven't seen Boss Baby. So, maybe I just don't know. Stewie from Family Guy. I'm missing out? What, on Boss Baby? I'm assuming that that's a joke. You're not actually telling me to watch Boss Baby, are you, Telekinestic Man? That can't be real. Forget Bluey, Boss Baby's real shit? Okay, got it. That clarified for me. It's freaking light. Trying to do a shortcut. Wait, I can't roll off that ledge? What the fuck? I'm trying to take shortcuts here, and the game's getting in my way. Yeah, there's an invisible wall here. What is this shit? Fucking invisible walls. Oh, fuck. Literally unplayable. I'd say. This game looks like it has some cool movement tech to it. Nah, no. I was gonna say not really, but that's being too generous. Tell you what, this is no Frogger 2 for PS1. Now that's a game. That was a game I played as a kid. Though not on my PlayStation, of course. What am I? Some sort of filthy plebeian? I played it on my Dreamcast, as all cool kids did. Now that's a game, indeed it is. You dissing on Frogger 2, Turvy Mania? How dare you? That was one of my childhood favorites. That was pre-GameCube. My childhood is, like, divided into two eras. It was the GameCube, which was, like, the prime of my childhood, and pre-GameCube, which was, you know, like, the early years of me learning life. Do I have a game of the year? What came out this year? I have to watch my videos to remember what I played this year. Can I say Kirby Air Riders is my game of the year, even though I haven't played it yet? Before and after Mario Sunshine? Well, Mario Sunshine wasn't right away. First thing I played on my GameCube was the glorious Star Fox Adventures. I guess actually there's kind of like three eras to my childhood. There was the very brief pre-Sonic era, pre-video games. Then I played Sonic 3, and that's when the video game era started, which lasted until the GameCube era, which was most of my childhood. Dude, I played my GameCube so much as a fucking kid. You don't even know. I loved that thing. Would I say this game is good? It's fine. I missed. Did I play Sonic Racing Cross Worlds? I played one of the demo, like, online beta tests. That's it. I did not enjoy it enough from that demo to want to buy it. Pre-Sonic era is like when we were all soup. Exactly. Does that count as the Wii is still technically a GameCube? Well, for me, like, Wii came out, like, in my later years of childhood. And for me, like, I didn't play the Wii that much, because that's when I got an Xbox 360. That's when I started to get into, like, shooters and whatnot. That's when I made the horrible mistake of playing Assassin's Creed and getting really into it and playing those games a bunch. And in retrospect, even at the time, I thought they were boring, but I was tricking myself into thinking I was having fun. You can play GameCube games on some version of Wii? Yeah, I had an original Wii. I could play GameCube on it. I sold my GameCube when I got my Wii. Let the sharks devour me? No. You would ask how I tricked myself into thinking a game is fun, but Sonic fans exist? Yeah, just go, like, go watch some videos on Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and you'll get a really great crash course on how to trick yourself into thinking a game is fun. Or Frontiers. That too. Silk Song and Doom are probably your game of years this far. Yeah, Doom and Dark Age is pretty fucking good. And Silk Song. That's, I'll play that eventually. Will I play Silk Song before the year is over? I hope. But I make no promises. Deltaruna's Game of the Year? Oh yeah, that came out. I haven't played that. Plus, we got Metroid Prime 4 coming. I mean, I don't think that game is going to be Game of the Year material for me. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, honestly, Kirby Air Riders is seriously going to be a contender for Game of the Year for me. Unquestionably. You know, honestly, you know what's a contender for Game of the Year for me? Sea Frog. That game is so fucking good! Did anyone play Sea Frog after I recommended it in that video? Play Sea Frog! Holy shit. It's so good. If Ninja Gaiden 4 is as good as they say it could be Game of the Year. That too, yeah. Or any of the Ninja... Or the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound or Shinobi... Whatever it's called. What about Sonic Rumble? Yeah, what about that game? You don't like the art style and it looks slow? Sea Frog? I mean, it's not as fast as, like, a Sonic game. But it's pretty fast, I would say. You don't like the art style? I think it looks nice. It's, like, one of the few Sonic-likes that has an appealing character design, in my opinion. It's that and Freedom Planet. Oh! Magnet Hazard. That's fun. Thoughts on Rascal design-wise? I do not like Rascal's design. I think he looks bad. Why is Rascal shirtless? Yeah, the shirtlessness, I mean, it's not necessarily the problem, but it doesn't help. And, like, I don't know, the weird, like, Frieza alien ear thing, and, like, he's missing a lot of facial features, like, he doesn't have a nose. It just looks weird and not, it doesn't look good or cool. Sonic's also shirtless? Yeah, but Sonic's, like, body has, like, a good, simple, effective, like, color and shape landscape that makes it, like, appealing to look at. Rascal just has no notable features on his, like, chest or back. He just has, like, these weird, like, slightly darker areas on the sides. It just doesn't look interesting or enticing visually. I was thinking about, like, how would I design a Sonic-like character? Because, you know, you look at Rascal and you're like, okay, so you just wanted Sonic, but you couldn't legally do that, so you tried to just make a replacement Sonic. And that's not the approach I would try to take. I would try to, like, if I was gonna make a legally distinct Sonic character, I would try to, like, go back to the influences of Sonic and, like, try to pull it from a different direction. So I was thinking I would lean into, like, the emphasis on speed and kind of, like, aerodynamicness and marble, and make, like, a spherical, like, robot, like, chrome thing that had like a head that like looked kind of like a racing helmet that, you know, has like the long tail in the back that could kind of mimic the spike shape a little bit. Oh, don't jump on those. This video mostly talks about Sonic. I'm not sure if you're aware, Fiery Hochitos. This isn't a video. Probably just one hit per cycle. Yeah. Penny's hat succeeds in that? Eh, sorta. I mean, Penny doesn't have the most appealing design in the world. I did Sonic Recolors as a kid? No, actually. I never did Sonic OCs or any of that shit. I talk about that in my Forces video, that, like, to me, the, like, oh, make your own Sonic character, that is not a plus. I am not into that. She looks good, fuck you. I think Penny has a fine design. I don't think it's, like, great. And clearly the people have spoken. Because the game didn't sell well because of that. Well, Super Mario fan, I would recommend you to check out Kitsune Tales if you want something that is a spiritual successor to 2D Mario gameplay. That's very good. Ah, magnet. I was looking at chat. Probably will never know the joys of making a Sonic OC. I made Sonic OCs for my writer's story. How dare you? Oops. What's my favorite 3D platformer other than Cloud Built? Probably A Hat in Time. A lot of Sonic-like characters are too derivative. I agree with that. I think the Freedom Planet characters do a good job. They strike a good balance. Like, they're clearly derivative of Sonic, like, visual design style. But they do a lot more of their own thing. They stick out more. I think they do a good job of balancing it all. Penny looks good in 2D art. Yeah, there's not much 2D art of her, but I remember when they first showed the silhouette of Penny, I thought she was like some mouse character or something, because the yo-yo looked like it might be like a tail, and the hat I thought would be like mouse ears or something like that. It looks like something with their own style would make, and not just a Sonic reskin. Which is funny, because Lilac, if you look at her original design, she literally is a Sonic OC. By the way, no one steal my idea of a Sonic-like character that's like a marble, like, robot thing. That's my idea. And I might do something with it one day, but probably not. Do a video on it? Well, who knows? I might make it one day. Too late, you've already written it down. Well, at least give me credit for it if you steal my idea. Yo, Halloweeny level. I'm here for it. Let's go. And the music is better in this level. Everyone make fan art of the idea. Invisible walls again! Fucking bastards. Holy shit, I need my circle. I need my circle. I should have heard the pre-update version of the OST. It was awful. I didn't know there was an update. Sounds like classic Sonic music from Forces. I was actually going to say it sounds like Superstars music. It kind of sounds like Pinball Carnival. I wish I could end this. Oh, look at the moon, by the way. It's like a big evil Pac-Man monster. You see that? It's hard to see from here. Big fan of, like, Halloweeny spooky levels in games, making the moon like an evil face. It's good. I like it. Is this game any good? It's fine. I'm certainly never gonna play it ever again. I would not really race to recommend it. Am I interested in playing Shadow Labyrinth? No, not. No. No, I am not. What? It doesn't look bad? Yeah, but not being bad is not worth recommending, in my opinion. You could play something more than not bad instead. Ah! What'd that do? A boring game is worse than a bad game? I mean, I'd argue a boring game is a bad game. Ah! Where's my circle? I need a shadow. What was that? New SpongeBob game comes out in under a week. Looks like a banger. Yeah, I would like to play that. I would ideally love to stream it, but again, refer to I don't have time. This is cool. I like going, like, up the incline and then landing back down on the platform. Oh! Hey! Way overshot. Hey, Descartes. What's up? Thoughts on Kamen Rider and Ultraman? Never really fucked with those very much at all. If I don't stream it, how would you make SpongeBob references? I would love to stream it so y'all could make SpongeBob references. But it also comes out like 2 days before Kirby Air Riders. I'm gonna be playing Kirby Air Riders, and I still gotta work on that stupid Mega Man video. It's taking me fucking forever. I wanted to be over by now. At least, like, making the video has been, like, a relatively smooth process. It's just so much. I'm talking about 20 goddamn games in one video. What the fuck was that? What if someone took Kirby Air Riders and pushed it somewhere else? Good one. Mega Man's just as mismanaged as Sonic? No, that can't possibly be true. I mean, hey, I've now played all the classic Mega Man games, and none of them completely get everything Mega Man is fundamentally wrong. So it's not that bad. I can delay the video, there's no rush. Yeah, but you know, it's been a while since the last video on the channel, and I want to get it done. I have this thing when I'm working, that like, when I start working on something, I basically don't want to do anything else. Except finish it until it's done. Do I need a lemon? Lemon. That's just gonna spawn thingies. Oh wait, that platform moves. That's what I need to do. Oops, sorry, I just hit the mic. How do I feel about IDW characters in Crossworlds? I think it's very unfortunate. As I said earlier, the Sonic IP is accumulating more trash characters that they put in everything. And that's a shame. Should tell you how bad the direction of 9 and 10 took? I mean, yeah, I disagree with the choice for 9 and 10 too, but like, it's not like they're awful games. They're fine, typical Mega Mans. They got in before Tikal and Chaos. That's the thing. It's like, you could put in characters that people actually like instead of these fucking losers. Does Mega Man 9 bump up the difficulty a bit? Not really. I'd say 10 is harder than 9. But 9 is, like, pretty standard by, like, NES Mega Man standards. Nine's Fortress stages are nonsense. I'll be honest, I don't remember exactly. Because after playing every Mega Man game back-to-back, they've all blurred together in my head. I don't remember what's what. People said that Mega Man 9 was hard because they hadn't played a Mega Man in like a decade. Yeah, that's what it was. That's just how they always were. Seven and 8 are some of the most memorable because of how experimental they were. 7? Experimental? I don't agree with that at all. 7 is very plain. As far as Mega Man goes, is really not that different from the NES ones at all. Mega Man 7 is 16-bit. Well, I'll tell you right now, I talk about that in the video, that with Mega Man 7, like, yeah, it looks nice, and there's some quality of life improvements in there, like quick switching, but outside of that, it's just another Mega Man game. Which is fine, but I would have hoped for more. How were the 8 Japanese cutscenes? They were good. The cutscenes in 8 are like... Why did you spend so much money on the cutscenes of Mega Man? There's still, like, very little story in the game. Am I going to talk about the X and Zero games? I'll do that in another video. The first video is going to be all, like, classic, and I'll probably do another video, or maybe 2, for the X games, and then another video for Zero. Someone asked if I'll do the other Mega Man sub-series. My plan is to just do, like, the... I guess the quote-unquote, like, main series of Mega Man games. The ones that are Mega Man games. X, Zero, and ZX. I have zero interest in, like, Battle Network or any of the other, like, really different ones. You'd be interested to hear what I think of Archie Mega Man? I'll be honest, bro. There is no way in hell I'm reading more Ian Flynn comics. No fucking way. Mega Man Zero seems like something super up my alley. Yeah, I mean, that's Inti Creates. They did Gunvolt, which I really like. To my knowledge, Gunvolt is basically just a Mega Man Zero spiritual successor. Which is cool by me. Because that means I basically already know that I like Mega Man Zero. Looks like Pariah got Ian Flynn fatigue. Not really fatigue, more like... I don't want to read garbage. That's how I would describe it, personally. Have I ever watched those parody videos? If a Sonic game was written by Ian Flynn? No, but... I can imagine. No, I lost faith in Ian Flynn's ability to tell a good story. I never had faith in his ability to do that. I was never given a reason to believe he could do that. How the fuck do I get up there? You think Ian Flynn is a good writer? I do not. Watch my video on the Sonic comics if you would like to know why. Oh wait, can I just bounce on these inclines? Oh. Did I change my opinion on the story of Shadow Generations? No, I mean, I still like that, but... Like, after seeing, like, everything else surrounding Ian's work, I'm like, okay. This was probably, like, a Sonic Team situation where, like, it was a Sonic Team story, and Ian Flynn wrote the script, and then someone from Sonic Team came in after the fact and was like, we can't use this, and rewrote a bunch of the dialogue, because there's no way. The credits say written by Ian Flynn and nobody else, though. Yeah, but that doesn't mean there wasn't uncredited rewrites on there. 'Cause it doesn't feel anything like Ian's writing. Like, I was like, oh, maybe, like, working directly with Sonic Team, like, he's changed his style to, like, match that older feeling of Sonic, but then you look at, like, the comics still, and Crossworlds, and everything since, and it's more, like, typical Ian Flynn crap, and I'm like, nah, something's up. Something's up with Shadow Gens. That was not him. Ah! Playing it. Shut up, game. Shut up. Fucking easy mode is now available like your fucking DMC3. Shut up. Oh, there's not Miss Pac-Man. You know, actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of something a little weird and different that sets Pac-Man apart from a lot of other, like, game character protagonists. He's happily married. That's uncommon. Although maybe not anymore. I guess Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man are divorced now. Have I tried that Sonic Blade of Courage manga? I have not, but I'm interested. I also see you talking about Daniel Barnes stuff with that. I do also want to read the Chaotix anniversary special by him. Chaotic Special was cute and you liked it? He didn't like Daniel, but he is starting to cook some cool Sonic opinions on Twitter. Well, I know he's a fan of me. I've talked to him. He's a cool dude. And I loved Scrapnik Island, so I'm a fan. I'm into his stuff. What he's got going on, I like it. I approve of what he's doing. Will I make a review for this game? No. You want my review for this game? It's blah. There you go. Quite a long level. You like Daniel, but if he stepped for the main games, you would slash him? I would fucking take Daniel Barnes for the games, absolutely. If I could take him over the guys currently doing it, tell you what. Play the World 2 remake, there's a lot more compared to the first one. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I want to revisit this one before I do World 2. It's completely different from OG World 2, so don't expect one-for-one remake. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Will these remasters actually lead to a new Pac-Man platform? You doubt it? I think if the second one does well, I think that's very possible. Why don't they just call the Japanese writers again? Like what happened in Sega? Are they drunk? They're trying to appeal to filthy Americans. Even though the filthy Americans loved the Japanese Sonic stuff for a long time. But I guess most of them didn't, because they would make fun of Sonic for being too serious. Evan Stanley's also one of the better writers. I didn't like her stuff from what I read, but I didn't read that much. Daniel Barnes is the least bad IDW writer. I think he's a good writer. He did a very good job with Scrapnik Island, and he's got his original comic that he's doing that, truth be told, I'm not, like, super jazzed about, like, the ideas of it, but I know that he's good, so I'll give it a try. What's his original comic about? It's like a fairy tale based thing. And it's very blatantly heavily influenced by Sonic. The main character basically has chaos control. Okay, I'm clearly supposed to be attacking you. Wait, can I just do this? This boss looks less like Pac-Man to me and more like an M&M. Does anyone else get that feeling? Big M&M vibes from Pac-Man here. Oh shit, thanks Puka and Pac Dog, Pac Buddy, whatever you are. Is this going to be a Power of Friendship finale here? Is that where we're going to? Seems like it. Oh shit. Oh, he's doing butt stomps too, I'm just realizing. Oh yeah, he's metal. I can't hit him. It's a Power Friendship thing if you saved everyone. Well, I did save everyone. I think I did. But my thing ran out. Ah! Thank you, baby Pac-Man. And babies are also gimmicks. Being an adult is the default. Oh my god, this waiting phase is crazy. How come his metal power lasts forever while yours doesn't? Yeah, what's up with that? You're right. Damn it, it just ran out. I could have finished him there. because he's made of metal? It is a robot, I guess. But... Any thoughts on Yuji Naka? People dislike him nowadays because he was in jail. Well, I'm gonna be honest. He went to jail for insider trading. Which, like, is a crime that I am really not gonna get on someone's case about. Oh no, he tried to get money for himself from a corporation. What a villain. But more so, there is a lot of evidence out there that he's a huge asshole. But I at least respect him, you know, as a game maker. Oh shit. He's got the power pellet now. It's cool. Like, having the evil robot Pac-Man use all of my abilities. Oh shit. His feet have health bars, just like mine. Take this, darling? That's a weird thing to call your son, Pac-Mom. It's almost like you're not supposed to be my mom. It's almost like you're supposed to be a different character. Supposed to pellet throw in this... Oh yeah, I forgot that was a mechanic. There you go. What the fuck? I got hit by that? Dude, do I have to do the whole fight over again? Christ. Ugh, the waiting period here. See, this is what we call one of them bad platformer boss fights. You know, I should actually not grab that immediately, because that would give me more time to actually have the metal power and maybe land some more hits. The bosses in the original are way worse. Don't mean these are good. You know, Pac-Man has a wife, but what's his lore again? I mean, I don't really know if Pac-Man has lore. He gets the dots, and he runs from the ghosts. Pretty sure that's the full story of Pac-Man right there. Okay, I'm gonna hold off. Pick that up a little bit later. Now. Wait, what? What? Why you go back up there now? The heck you use this see? Motherfucker. Ian Flynn should write the next Mario game. You want to see his downfall? Well, Ian could write Mario because Miyamoto doesn't want any story in the game. And Ian can do that. This or Silo Sybil's final boss? I'll take Silo Sybil, because at least I'm, like, doing something when I play that. I can just keep bouncing on him? I can, but it doesn't do damage anymore. It only hurts him after he's sitting on his bum. Brian talks about only being satisfied by peak and then playing this barely mid-game. Mostly for the stream. Like, here's the thing about where I'm at with YouTube right now. If it's not like an old game where you jump around as a cartoon character, people don't watch. I just went through the foot. What was that? The bounce collision on that is very not good. You need good new Pariah content? I'm working on a fucking 2-hour-long video. Shut up. You're gonna get it when you get it. It'll be soon. It'll be this month. I can guarantee that. Oh, shit. Oh. Sequel to the 2-hour Doom video. See, but what's unfortunate is that I'm talking about worse games, but it will get more views. Because people aren't as interested in extremely high-quality shooters. Try to hop on something different that's also popular, like RE? I don't think an RE video would do well. Oh, I didn't save what's his face. Or who is that character? No one knows the origin of these Pac-Man characters. No one. The game just started making up characters. Yeah, I'm convinced all of these characters are made up for this game, including Pac-Man. Why does Pac-Mom and Pac-Baby Girl, whatever, have different eyes than the male Pac characters? What's up with that? Are they different species? Like how an alligator and a crocodile are different species? Oh shit, I'm playing this. women species. Well, Miss Pac-Man doesn't have that. Miss Pac-Man has the normal Pac eyes. I was not expecting a vocal theme. The banger. You know, it's no jump up superstar, that's for sure. How many packs would I give this out of man? I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know those measurement units. I don't use imperial. I'm American. Or no, I don't use metric. I'm American. You missed most of the game. Was it great? No! No, I was right when I first got this game and was like, this isn't that good, and I stopped playing. I was right. It's not that good. I will never play this ever again. That's for sure. This looked boring as shit. Yay! Yeah. Hopefully the second one is better. It looks better. Still better than DK64. That is the least praise you could give any platformer ever. Today's reviews published a Google forum this communities have for viewers to answer questions regarding the way to talk about new franchises he's interested in. They did some Castlevania and it was great. And they did great. Yeah, but that's different though. Jay's Reviews is a much, 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 much bigger channel than mine. When you're big enough, you can do whatever the hell you want. Moist Critical can play literally anything, and it'll get hundreds of thousands of views. Is there any sick post-game content? I don't think so. Oh, there's an arcade machine now. Oh shit. We can play a better Pac-Man game inside of this Pac-Man game. Let's go. 1cc. Ah! Oh my god. The hitboxes in this are generous. Oh god, I'm dead. Oh! See, immediately I'm so much more engaged by this. I'm thinking more, paying more attention to what I'm doing. This is a much better game. I'm not even joking, it is. You beat the game, here's the better game. Yeah, the original Pac-Man is actually a good reward. Because you get to play a much more fun game. What? Get away from me, you bastard! Yeah, yeah, that is immediately so much better than the mazes in this game. No music in this game, though. Looks like you're a classic Pac-Man purist too. I like Pac-Man. I like the maze Pac-Man gameplay. I think it's fun. Fuck. Fuck. The sound effects are the music? Yeah, basically. This was before music was really a thing in games. Because, you know, it was in a noisy arcade, so you wouldn't even be able to hear the music, so it didn't really matter. Get away from me, you bastards! Oh, we got it. Yay, this looks more fun. It is legitimately more fun than Pac-Man World. Don't get got. Don't get got. Why are you more interested in this than the actual game? This is the actual game. What are you talking about? This is what we were really here for all along. I had significantly more fun when I got the Pac-Man Museum Plus collection. And just going through and playing all the different, you know, various Pac-Man maze games. Like, that was so much better. This is the real game hidden behind the easy mode part beforehand. Exactly. Why do you think the first stream I ever did was that horror Pac-Man game? Because it was like, I like Pac-Man. Let's do it. Thought about reviewing the maze games? That might not be a bad idea. Like, all the... I guess you would call these the mainline Pac-Mans, right? Like the core get all the dots in a maze Pac-Man games. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that was fun. That was actually the most fun I've had playing this game. Alright. Hold on, let me pull up the end screen. That's it. Thanks for coming, everybody. I didn't really enjoy this game very much. This is boring. But hey, I enjoyed hanging out. I enjoyed shooting the shit with everyone. And remember, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be streaming Kirby Air Ride Netplay with Stelmo, Telekinestic Man, and King K. I'll put a community post on there to announce that. So be there. Be there for it, losers. And then we'll play Pac-Man World 2 at some point, and hopefully it'll be better. And then Kirby Air Riders. Will I do another Kirby Air Riders stream this weekend? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. I might just play it on my own. Me and Gesikai want to play it. We'll see. I'll make a decision. Can I pull myself away from Kirby Air Riders? Anything else? Mega Man video, working on it. It'll be out soon-ish. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Bye-bye. When is the Silk Song video?